Welcome back, everybody, to Kenosha, Wisconsin. Traverse City and Kenosha. Game one of a four-game set. Ground ball, Hunter Tab will take it himself over at first base. Step on the bag for out number one. For those just joining, it's 2-1 Kenosha, bottom of the second inning. Traverse City started off with a couple hits in the first. Christian Beal singled. Colin Summerhill doubled. Jared Miller got a ground ball to bring home Beal, get that opening run. Kenosha in the bottom half, however, got 4 hits and a 2-run home run by Jacob Tobias with 2 outs, gave them the 1-run lead. Aaron Forrest, the righty, the starter on the mound, left the bases loaded, though, to prevent further damage. Facing the top of the order here, Drake Fernando. The shortstop is 1 for 1. He singled in the first and scored on the Tobias homer. Drake Bernardo, a middle infielder from Arizona State. Looking for a second hit, a 2-1 pitch. It is low and away, 3 balls and a strike. Hits are 4 apiece here early in the game. All 4 coming for Kenosha in the first. Traverse City got 2 in the first, 2 in the second, but left the bases loaded. 3-1. Forrest misses down low. He's going to have his second walk of the ball game. Leadoff man Drake Fernando on base for the second time here tonight. So a runner on first. And 1 away for James McCoy, the right fielder from Kentucky. First pitch, fastball, a strike on the inside corner. Forrest, his 3rd start of the season. Only made it into the 3rd inning in his first start against Rockford. An injury took him out early. And his last start was a gem. 6 innings, no runs. Struck out 8 batters, no walks, but he once again left sooner than he would have wanted to. Re-aggravated the injury that took him out against Rockford. Started throwing pitches in the 7th inning. And then took himself out of the game. This one's ripped to left, right at Marshall Toole. Chance for a double play. The runner at first was trying to get a good jump, and it's a double play. Toole gets it in all the way back to Tab. Double play for Traverse City. They end the inning. We go to the 3rd, 2-1 Kenosha here in Kenosha on Pittsburgh's Radio. Welcome back to Pittsburgh Radio. Top of the third, top of the order is coming to the plate here for Traverse City. Christian Beal, the center fielder. Singled in his first at-bat to open up the game. Ripped one to left center. Came around to score Traverse City's opening run. Beal hit .314 in the spring for the Richmond Spiders, University of Richmond in Virginia. Has two Spider teammates on the team, both pitchers. Takes a fastball in the outside corner for the first strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Luke Patzner, the starter for Kenosha. Just 1 run through 2 innings, though allowing 4 hits. Spikes one outside, and the count to 2 balls and a strike. Beal started his season with Traverse City 5 days ago. He's played 4 games and is hitting at a high average so far. And he's going to add another base hit to his total, a single up the middle for Christian Beal. And the Richmond outfielder stays hot to start his Northwoods League season. It's his 3rd multi-hit game in 5 games played for Traverse City. Leadoff single brings in Jake Smallwood. Pittsburgh catcher struck out looking in the first on a fastball inside. First pitch he's going to take for a ball. Runner takes off. Throw down, nowhere near in time. Beal a stolen base. He's in scoring position now with nobody away. Beal stole a pair of bags 2 days ago on Sunday against Rockford. He's only been caught stealing once this season so far. Chance for Smallwood to tie the game with a base hit. Hits one to pretty deep center. It's backing up to center fielder Mangano. Catch is made. That's going to allow Beal to move up the 90 feet to third. A productive flyout for Jake Smallwood puts the tying run 90 feet away. Only 1 out here in the 3rd. So as Colin Summerhill comes to the plate, he has a chance to tie this game up at 2 runs. Doesn't need a base hit. Just needs a deep enough fly ball or a ground out would do the same. That's how they scored their first run, a ground out in the first inning by Jared Miller to score Beal. Miller in the on-deck circle. Summerhill doubled in the first to right center field. First pitch takes a breaking ball a little high. Not sure Summerhill's the one batter you want to throw breaking balls to. A lot of the times he does look for a breaking ball in an at-bat. He got one in Kalamazoo. His 1 home run this season was a breaking ball that he sat on, waited back on it, and crushed it to left field, and no doubt homer. Almost had one yesterday at Turtle Creek Stadium. It one-hopped over the wall in deep left center. Would have been a home run here in Kenosha for sure. He's got a 2-0 count, see if he gets a good pitch to hit. And he does not. It's a high fastball over the zone. With a good hitter at the plate, maybe you give him the green light, but with that tying run on third and a good hitter on deck in Miller, maybe you take the walk if Patzner gives it to you. Summerhill takes the 3-0 on the outside corner for strike one. Three balls and a strike. Still a good count for Summerhill to hit in. And the pitch from Patzner. And Summerhill waves at a breaking ball outside. Pittsburgh batters continue to wave and miss at that breaking ball. Haven't been able to adjust to it. The one at bat to look at so far to prove that Ariel Garcia struck out. He saw nothing but breaking balls and was way in front of every one of them, never adjusted. See what Patzner comes with on 3-2. He deals, and it is a breaking ball, and once again, Summerhill waves at it. Everyone at the plate just sitting fastball. There's been no adjustments whatsoever to that slider from Patzner. They continue to be way out in front of it. And Pittsburghers can strain runners in scoring position for back-to-back innings here. Would take a base hit from Jared Miller to bring in the tying run. He bats with 2 outs and Christian Beal at third. Miller grounded out sharply to second base, his first at-bat, to score the first run. But he's going to need more than a ground ball here. Got to find some outfield grass. Another breaking ball, another swing way early. Oh, and 2 to Jared Miller. And once again, slider in the dirt. Chases after it for strike 3, inning over. Pittsburghers continue to just sit fastball even though Patzner continues to throw sliders. 0 adjustment at the plate, and we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. 2-1 Kingfish on Pittsburgh Radio. Welcome back to Simmons Field in Kenosha for the bottom of the 3rd inning. Pittsburghers trail 2-1. In the top half of this inning, they had Christian Beal on third base with 1 out. All they had to do was put a ball in play to tie the game. And after Luke Patzner got down 3-0 to Colin Summerhill, he threw a fastball for a strike and then threw 5 consecutive sliders. The next 2 strikes to Summerhill struck him out. 3 straight to Jared Miller. And no one adjusting to that pitch as Pittsburghers have stranded one runner in each inning. All three runners that were stranded were in scoring position, two of those at third. And they're going to have to adjust some way if they want to tie this game up. Can't keep going after the fastball. Patzner's just not throwing it. Bottom of the third, it's 3-4-5 for Kenosha. Kevin Bushnell, the designated hitter, he struck out swinging in the first inning. Aaron Forrest gave up 4 hits, 2 runs in the first inning. Did not allow a hit last inning, did walk a batter, and then got a double play. But he hits Bushnell with a pitch here to put him on. So it's 4 hits, 2 walks, and 1 hit by pitch. Thus far for Aaron Forrest. He's facing the middle of the order now, and this is the spot of the lineup that gave him troubles in the first inning. Next 3 batters, Tobias, Darden, and Wescott. All 3 had 2-out hits in the first. Tobias is the biggest of all of them, a 2-run homer to left. Gave Kenosha the lead. First pitch, he rips it to right. Coming on is Summerhill, can't make the catch. It falls in front of him for a hit. Was a very playable ball out there. Not sure if it was just a bad jump. And he didn't attempt a dive. Looked like a catchable ball. So it's first and second, nobody out for Kenosha. Taylor Darden, the batter, he singled his first at bat, 1 for 1. Darden shows bunt. He pulls back, but it's called a strike. Not a terrible idea for Darden to sacrifice the runners to third and second with only 1 away. And then allow Westcott to try and score at least 1. Doesn't show here, pops it up. It's playable for Jake Smallwood, and he will make the catch. That's a big out, number 1. So now a ground ball could end the inning if the Pittsburghers can turn 2. Got to get a big hitter out. Drake Westcott, the first baseman from Louisville. Westcott entered the game with a .216 average, a home run and 8 RBIs. Singled up the middle in the first inning. Goes after the first pitch, rips it down the right field line, and it's a fair ball into the corner. 1 run's going to score. They're going to wave around the second run. No, he's going to hold up at third base. An RBI double for Drake Westcott. Three to 1, Kenosha. Runners on third and second. 1 out for Ian Collier, the catcher. Collier walked in the first inning. One team taking advantage of runners in scoring position here. First pitch from Forrest to Collier. And he holds up on a slider in the zone, gets ahead in the count with the first strike. Six hits for the Kingfish, 2 in this inning. Collier holds on a pitch outside off the plate, 1-1. Tobias is at third after a sinking line drive that fell just in front of Colin Summerhill in right. Wescott just doubled home a run. One away. That was Darden popped up to the catcher, Jake Smallwood. 1-1 to Collier, and he fouls it out of play. So the count, a ball and 2 strikes as Aaron Forrest tries to limit the damage. Looking for a strikeout. That would be huge here. And he spikes one and it gets away from Smallwood, and that is going to bring home a run. Slider got away from Smallwood. The wild pitch scores Tobias. Wescott goes to third, and Collier can score him without a hit. Just needs a fly ball. 2-2 the count. Forrest fires. Collier fouls it off to stay alive. Four runs for Kenosha so far. 2 in the first, 2 here in the third. Another 2-2 pitch here from Aaron Forrest. Collier to short, and that gets past Garcia. It's a base hit. Wescott will score. RBI single for Collier, and it's 5-1. Here in the third inning, it looks like we're going to get a pitching change. Forrest got roughed up here in this one. He allowed 5 runs to score on 7 Kingfish hits. A couple walks and a hit by pitch. He departs the game. That runner on first, his responsibility. And we'll get the new pitcher when we come back here on Pittsburgh Radio. Welcome back to Pitts Bitters Radio. Aaron Forrest, the right-hander from Doane, pulled in the third inning after allowing 7 hits, 2 walks, a hit by pitch, and 5 runs right now, though the runner on first will be charged to him if he comes around to score. Ryan Insko is going to take over. Insko will make his second appearance here on the season. He pitched 3 scoreless innings against the Kokomo Jackrabbits in a 4-3 win on Thursday night. Allowed 2 base runners in 3 innings, a hit, 1 walk, and he had 3 strikeouts. So this will be his second appearance on the mound. He inherits the runner at first with 1 away here in a 5-1 game. Finds the zone. Batter Anthony Mangano struck out looking with the bases loaded in the first inning. Was the second and final strikeout that Aaron Forrest received. Didn't get a strikeout in the second inning and didn't get one here in this inning before he departed. Three and 1 to Mangano. Runner takes off. Pitch inside. Won't matter. He's going to walk. So now first and second here in the third. As Insko walks his first batter, 9-hole hitter, Brady Council. The second baseman from Minnesota grounded out to first in the second inning. 0 for 1. Fakes a bunt. Smallwood tried to backpick the runner at second, Collier. It was a little late with the throw. Insko finds the zone right across the knees. Oh, and 2 to Ben Lloyd, who's the hitter, not Brady Council. Insko looking for a big strikeout. But instead he'll get a pop-up to shallow center. Not very deep, but the runner is going to tag. And in safely at third is Collier. Got a good read on that fly ball. Christian Beal not able to get enough on the throw. So runner at third with 2 outs and 3 runs in here in the third inning. Top of the order back up for Kenosha. Drake Fornado's 1 for 1. He singled and scored in the first, and then he walked in the second. Runners on the corners, 2 away. Collier at third, and Mangano at first. First pitch, low and away to Vernado in this at-bat. He was doubled off in the second after a line drive to left field. He thought it was dropping in for a hit, started running to second. And the ball was caught by Toole, so he was doubled off at first. chases a low slider here. Insko gets a swing and miss. 1-1. Just misses on a slider outside. So the count 2 balls and a strike to the Kenosha shortstop. Finds the outside corner with a 2-1. And the count evens up again, now at 2-2. And Insko a strike away from ending this long third. And he's going to end it with a strikeout. Got him to chase outside. Kenosha puts up 3 more runs. They send 8 batters to the plate for the second time in this game. They lead 5-1 as we go to the 4th inning here on Pit Spitters Radio. Welcome back to Simmons Field on Pit Spitters Radio. 5-1, the Kenosha lead. They scored 2 in the first, added 3 in the third. They chased the starter Aaron Forrest out of the game, but Ryan Insko came in and prevented any further damage. Pit Spitters have had their opportunities to score in this one, but they've only managed 1 run on the board. They could have tied it up at 2 in the third. They had the runner on third base with only 1 out, but kept chasing after breaking balls out of the zone. 2 strikeouts ended that inning. Traficante, Toole, and Tapp will bat here in the 4th. Camden, the shortstop, struck out swinging in his first at-bat. And is down 0-2 here. Traficante shortens up on 0-2. Hits a slow roller to short, gonna be a tough play. Trying to barehand it is Vernado, and he's not able to. An infield single for Traficante. A very tough play for the shortstop on Kenosha to make. He tried to barehand that ball, but that would have been a very hard play no matter what. The infield single brings in Marshall Toole, the first, or the left fielder who singled in the second inning. First pitch he saw, he slapped to left field for a base hit. Got to second base. Pittsburgh's at first and second, nobody out. But a strikeout and then a double play ended any threat that they had in the second. Marshall Tools showed bunt there and offered at it, missed for the first strike. Trying to use his speed for maybe a bunt base hit. We'll pick over. Traficante's in, no problem. Tool off to a very hot start to his year. He opened up this game at .429 his average, but only through 2 games. Got a breaking ball, and it started outside and worked its way to the plate. 0-2, he gets ahead of Tool. No balls, 2 strikes to Marshall Tool. Traficante at first. Pitch from Patzner. Tool hits it to second, and it's off the glove of Lloyd. That one's going to be an error on the second baseman. So reaching base safely is Tool. And the Pittsburghers down by 4. Off to a good start in this inning as they tried to mount a comeback. First 2 on. Nobody out for Hunter Tab. Tab singled in his first at-bat. Shows bunt, pulls back as that one's high. Be a spot where you could see Patzner drop off several breaking balls and try to get hitters out in front. He got a fastball and was late on it. Fouled it out of play. Usually, at least in this one, 6 hits coming in the first 4 innings for Traverse City. Believe all of them were on fastballs, except for Traficante's. His infield single was on a breaking ball. But Tab was maybe expecting the off-speed there and was late on the heater. Gets the fastball now, and it's a tailor-made double play, and Kenosha is going to turn to 6-4-3 for the second time in this game. And it's up to Ariel Garcia. Needs a base hit to score the run. Struck out swinging in the first, and he pops it up on the infield. That's going to end the inning. 5-1 lead for the Kingfish. We go to the bottom of the 4th on Pittsburgh's radio. Welcome back to Pitts Bitters Radio. Bottom of the fourth. Pitts Bitters trail 5-1, continue to squander opportunities up at the plate. The Kingfish, however, making the most of their opportunities. They've converted 7 hits into 5 runs. On the other hand, Traverse City's got 6 hits and just 1 run. They've hit into 2 double plays to kill potential rallies and a handful of strikeouts early. Ryan Insko back on the hill. He came in with the runner on first and 1 out last inning. Did not allow a run to score. He'll pitch here in the fourth. Ball is hit pretty deep to right center field. Colin Summerhill's back. That ball's off the wall by James McCoy. Trying for third. The relay is not in time. It's a leadoff triple. Leadoff triple for McCoy. And with the middle of the order coming up, can almost just cash that run right now. Bushnell was hit by a pitch his last at-bat and came around to score. He struck out his first at-bat. Ball in the dirt, a good block by Smallwood. One and one to the Kenosha designated hitter. It's go on the outside corner for the second strike. A ball and 2 strikes. Home plate umpire Steve Bartelstein being very generous with the outside part of the plate here in this game. One, two. Bushnell to short. That's going to bring in the run. And the ball bounces, takes a high hop off of Ariel Garcia. Terrible hop off the infield dirt to score that run. Would have scored anyway, but it allows Bushnell to be on first. That's the first chance in the field for Ariel Garcia. So he's 0 for 1 on opportunities. His fielding percentage is going to be at 0 right now. Jacob Tobias up at the plate for the 3rd time. He's 2 for 2. Home run and a single. And he gets behind in the count here, 0-2. Zinsko throws back-to-back strikes to get ahead. Hit hard to second, and a nice snag by Alec Atkinson, drifting to his right. A very impressive backhanded snag to make the catch for the first out. Another hard hit ball by Tobias, but couldn't get it out of the reach of Atkinson at second. 1 away. Taylor Darden, the hitter, the left fielder's 1 for 2, singled in the first. First pitch to him, slider in there for strike 1. Insko is a junior from Central Michigan. Played his first season with the Chippewas in the spring after playing 2 seasons at UT Martin and then transferring. Misses the zone, 1 ball and a strike to Darden, the left fielder. Inside pitch off the glove of Smallwood to the screen. Two and one to Darden, runner on second. Outside strike again. Steve Bartleson, home plate umpire, going off the corner. And the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two from Insco. Misses in the left-hand batter's box, but Jake Smallwood, the catcher, with a great stop to prevent Bushnell from going to third. And the count goes full to Taylor Darden. Here's the 3-2 from Ryan Insco. Gets a pop-up, and it's going to go out of play. Another 3-2 coming here. Insco gets the sign and delivers and gets the swing and a miss on a slider. A little bit off the plate. First strikeout for Insco. Second out here in the inning. Now comes in Drake Westcott. The first baseman's 2 for 2. A single in the first, an RBI double in the third. Then he came around to score after that double. Second pitch of the at-bat. Runner on second for Kenosha is in the dirt. Smallwood knocked it down right in front of him, and Bushnell got a good read and took third base on it. So a 2-0 count. Runner at third, 2 away. And Wescott can bring in the 7th run. Insco drops in a slider for strike 1. 2 balls and a strike. Ball's ripped on the right side, a foul ball right at Traverse City's bullpen, and the count to 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Insko's pitch. Misses outside. Count goes full. 3-2. 2 away. Runner on third. Here in the fourth. 1 run already in. It's 6-1. Kenosha. And Insko's going to miss with ball 4. So runners on the corners now with 2 away. Ian Collier, the catcher, is 1 for 1. He already has an RBI hit today. He singled home a run in the third. First pitch, big swing and a miss by Collier for strike 1. Kevin Bushnell is at third after reaching on an error, then went to second on a pass ball, third on a wild pitch. Drake Wescott at first after a 2-out walk. Collier takes ball 1 low and away. 1 ball and a strike to count. Hits are 8-6 in advantage of Kenosha, but 6-1 on the scoreboard. Traverse City's committed 2 errors. Kenosha 1 so far. 1-1. Collier out in front of another slider, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. Insko trying to end the inning. Strand a pair of runners. In the dirt, blocked by Smallwood. Two and two now the count. Insko set. Deals outside. And the count will go full again. Full counts to back-to-back hitters. Insko just walked Wescott. He'll be in motion with the pitch. Payoff. And he's going to miss inside, another 2-out walk. Now the bases are loaded for Kenosha after the back-to-back 2-out full count walks. The batter is Anthony Mangano. He has struck out and walked so far. Mangano, a chance to really blow this one open. His team up 5. He can make it a lot more with one swing of the bat. First pitch of this at-bat. Mangano takes low for ball 1. One and 0. It's a center fielder from Iowa. Takes a strike right down Broadway. Insko trying to get out of a huge jam here and trying to keep his team somewhat in the game and give him a chance to score some runs. A lot of game left. We're only in the bottom of the 4th. Mangano takes one. Inside and low at his back foot. So it's 2-1. Two-one pitch from Insco. And he misses low. 3 balls and a strike. The bases are loaded with 2 outs. Insco's got to throw a strike or he's going to walk in a run. He's already walked back-to-back hitters. Fastball in the outside corner. Mangano thought he walked, was about to toss the bat at the dugout. 3 consecutive 2-out full counts for Ryan Insco. He walked the last 2 hitters, Wescott and Collier, on a full count. Can he come back and throw a strike in this at-bat and get out of the inning? No, he cannot. He throws low, and it's 3 consecutive 2-out walks. This one forces a run across, and it's 7-1. Bushnell scores. Unearned, he reached on an error. Batter now Ben Lloyd, second baseman from Iowa, 0 for 2. The only Kingfish to not reach base here. He takes a first pitch ball outside. Bases loaded, full of Kingfish. 2 outs here in the 4th. 6-run game. Now a 2-0 count. Insco's thrown 35 pitches, so he cannot start a new inning. Might not even make it out of this inning at this current rate. Two-0 is hit to deep left field. Back at the wall. Whoa, Marshall Toole made a catch and fell into the fishbowl. An unbelievable grand slam saving catch to end the 4th inning. Wow. An unreal grab by the freshman from Wofford. He just saved 4 runs with that play. And we will go to the 5th inning. 7-1 game here on Pit Spitters Radio. Welcome back to Pittsburgh Radio. We're in the top of the 5th inning, and the score 7-1 in favor of the Kingfish. But it could be a lot worse right now if Marshall Toole didn't make an unbelievable catch over the left field wall to save a grand slam. There are 2 away here in the inning. Both lineouts to left, Alec Atkinson and Christian Beal. Line out to the left fielder, Darden. That's 3 straight lineouts to left after the catch was made by Marshall Toole to end the 4th inning. Jake Smallwood, the batter, he's 0 for 2. Hits one deep to right field. Back at the wall, and Jake Smallwood has his 2nd home run here on the season. A big fly to right field, and just needed some runners on base to try to cut the lead. 1 run with 1 swing of the bat. It's 7-2 Traverse City. Well, Jake Smallwood now leads the team in home runs with 2. He homered at Turtle Creek Stadium, the same game as his teammate Evan Orzek, right down the right field line. That one to right center field. A high fly ball that got out of here. Brings in Colin Summerhill. The right fielder is 1 for 2. He doubled in the 1st. He struck out swinging in the 3rd. This is a guy that has the capabilities of going deep anytime he stands into the box, as well as Jake Smallwood. It's only any amount of time before Smallwood connected on another one. Has demonstrated a lot of power at Turtle Creek, but it takes a big swing to get it out there. So on the road is where Traverse City will do a lot of their home run hitting. There's a game last year here in Kenosha, their 2nd road game of the season. Played here in Kenosha. They hit 6 home runs, a franchise record, as they won big in their first road series. Team has the capabilities of matching that at any point. They do have a lot of power on the team, but they also have a good number of hitters who are just looking for singles and extra base hits in the gap, not trying for the long ball. As Summerhill falls behind, or evens the count up, I should say. The count is 3-2. There are 2 outs here in the inning. Three and 2. Little payoff pitch coming here to Summerhill. And he'll call time. Payoff pitch coming. Tried to check his swing and tapped it to 3rd. Play made by Tobias in time to get Summerhill, and that's going to end the inning. A home run by Jake Smallwood cuts the lead, but it's still very much in Kenosha's hands. 7-2 as we head to the bottom of the 5th on Pittsburgh Radio. Welcome back to Pittsburgh's Radio from Kenosha, Wisconsin. 7-2 the lead for the Kingfish over the Pittsburghs. Traverse City just got one back in the top half of the inning. A solo home run to right from Jake Smallwood, the catcher, his second of the season. That came a half inning after Marshall Toole saved a home run out in left. It's going to take a lot more of those type of swings for Traverse City to come back. Down 5 as we're in the 5th. O'Kelly McWilliams the 4th making his first appearance on this season. McWilliams, his first appearance here, he pitched in 7 games for the Wofford Terriers in the spring. McWilliams the 4th, a good arm last summer for the Pittsburghs. Helped the bullpen and get the team to St. Cloud as they won the Northwoods League title. Hitter James McCoy, the right fielder, he tripled off of the right field wall in his last at-bat. He's going to take a walk here against McWilliams. Runner on first with 1 out for Kevin Bushnell, the designated hitter. Doesn't have a hit, but he's been on base twice. Was hit by a pitch and reached on an error his last at-bat. Last season, McWilliams had a 3.60 ERA for the Pittsburghs in 15 appearances out of the bullpen. Senior year of high school, McWilliams was all-state in baseball, and he won a state championship in football. Multi-sport star. Spikes one in the dirt, and it kicks away from Smallwood. McCoy will go to second. No shot at a double play now. And another outside fastball, count to 3-2 to Bushnell. Bushnell fouls the full count pitch out of play. He'll stay alive. Full count pitch. McWilliams deals Bushnell again. Will foul it out of play and stay alive. Bushnell last year was in Rockford with the Rivets. Now in Kenosha with the Kingfish. And another foul ball by Bushnell, refusing to go down Ninth pitch of the at-bat here. And strike 3 called. Bushnell thought it was ball 4, flipped the bat, started going to first. But McWilliams gets the call. His first strikeout. 2 outs now here in the inning. So a strikeout brings in Jacob Tobias, the third baseman, who's 2 for 3. A home run, a single, has scored 2 runs, has 2 RBIs. Lined out sharply to second base his last at-bat. McWilliams trying to keep Kenosha off the board. They've scored the last 2 innings. Huge hack by Tobias as he fouls one back. Tobias from Arizona State. He entered the game hitting 129. Has 2 hits already, almost had a third. But Alec Atkinson, the second baseman, made a nice catch to prevent that. Hits that one to right center, and that's going to be his 3rd hit. Tobias gets another RBI in this one, his 3rd hit. And that's going to get the run right back that the Kingfish surrendered in the top half of the inning on the solo home run. Back up by 6, it's 8-2. So now Taylor Darden in for his 4th plate appearance. He's 1 for 3 with the single in the first. First pitch swinging, hitting to left center field and down for a hit. Second hit for Darden. And scampering from first to third is Tobias on the base hit. Runners on the corners and 2 outs here in the 5th inning. Drake Wescott, the hitter, he's 2 for 2. Single, a double, 1 RBI, 1 run scored. Also has a walk to his name. Pitch gets away from Smallwood. Tobias will score on the wild pitch. It is now 9-2. Kenosha in the 5th. Hit to second. Atkinson will make the play and end the inning, but the Kingfish get 2 more, and they're up by 7 as we go to the 6th on Pittsburgh Radio. Welcome back to Pit Spitters Radio, top of the 6th. Kenosha up 9-2 over Traverse City. As we get underway here in the 6th inning, new pitcher for Kenosha. It is a right-hander from Iowa, Tyson James. He's only made one appearance. He only pitched 2/3 of an inning. James will face the middle of the order, 4, 5, and 6. Jared Miller, the batter. Miller, 0 for 2. An RBI ground out in the first, and he struck out swinging in the third. James gave up 3 earned runs against Battle Creek on June 11th in those 2/3 innings pitched. Gave up 2 hits and a walk. All 3 of those came around to score. Behind in the count, 3 balls and a strike to Jared Miller. (3-1) to Jared Miller. He takes up and in for a ball, and it's a leadoff walk to the Traverse City third baseman. First time Miller on base. Yesterday saw Miller's hit streak end at 9 games, but he's got an on-base streak now of 11 after that walk. Camden Traficante, the hitter. And first pitch gets away from Traficante, or gets away from the catcher Collier with Traficante at the plate. And Miller will take second on a wild pitch. Pit Spitters down by 7. They have 4 innings to work with, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 12 outs to come back in this one, and they have a good offense that can put up runs. Just can they put together good at-bats? And can they do that consecutively in the same inning? They've been staggering their good at-bats in this one, and that's why they have 7 hits, but just 2 runs. They haven't been able to put a bunch of good at-bats together. Kenosha has, and that's why they have 9 runs, 9-2, the score. They count 2-0 to Camden Traficante here. Infield single in the 4th. He's 1 for 2. And now the count 3-0 to Traficante as James can't find the strike zone. Probably a green light all the way for Traficante on 3-0. And he'll just take ball 4 way inside. Back-to-back walks start the inning for Tyson James. This is a spot whereas a team that's down 7 gotta at least score a couple here. 1 run, at least you get back on the scoreboard, but with a pitcher that's wild so far, hasn't shown he can throw strikes yet, it would be big to capitalize with a few runs. The hitter, Marshall Toole, he's been on base twice. He singled and reached on an error at the plate. He had an amazing catch out in left field that saved a grand slam for the Kingfish. Another wild pitch here by James. Runners move up to third and second, so with no outs, you definitely have to score both of them. Mound visit here in the sixth, as Tyson James has walked the first two batters he's faced. He has thrown 2 wild pitches. That last one moved Miller to third, Traficante to second. Marshall Toole at the plate. One and 0 the count to Marshall Toole. And now 2-0, takes one a little inside. See if James gives him a 2-0 pitch to hit. He will take a fastball in the zone for the first strike. Two one now to Marshall Toole with 2 on base. Pitch from James. Checked his swing. It's inside. Ball 3. Walk here would load the bases. 3-1 from James. And it's fouled off the left side, out of play by Toole. Count will go full. Full count pitch coming. James deals, and it's way high on Toole. He'll take a walk. 3 straight walks, load the bases. Looks like a new pitcher will come in for Kenosha after 3 consecutive walks. Bases loaded, no one away. We'll take a quick break on Pittsburgh Radio. Welcome back to Pittsburgh Radio. Top of the 6th inning. Bases are loaded. Tyson James failed to record an out. He walked all 3 batters he faced to load them up with no one away. He walked Miller, Traficante, and Toole. The batter, Hunter Tabb, at the plate. He'll take a first pitch fastball well high. Randon Dowman, the new pitcher for the Kingfish. 13.5 earned run average here on the season. Dowman has made 4 appearances. His last 2, he did not allow an earned run, but the 2 prior to that allowed 5 and 4 runs. Tabb pops one up, and it is right on the infield. And there's out number 1. A 2-0 pitch for Hunter Tabb, and he pops it up to the catcher. Another just blatant unsuccessful at bat for Traverse City. Unable to capitalize on all the opportunities that have been given to them. Brings in Ariel Garcia. And now Kenosha can get out of the inning with no runs if Garcia hits into a double play. A freshman from Miami down in Florida, the Hurricanes. Garcia played in the regional that Miami hosted as they were the number 5 overall seed. But they fell in their own regional and failed to make it to the Supers, which is why Garcia's here. Playing against the Arizona Wildcats in an elimination game, Garcia led off the 9th inning, down a run with a base hit, and then got all the way to third base with only 1 out, but his team was not able to cash him in to tie the game. They lost, and his season ended. He's 0 for 2 to start his Pittsburgh season, a strikeout and a pop-up to the first baseman. Has a 2-0 pitch coming, and that is high and tight. Now the count 3 balls and no strikes. A big take sign will be on here for sure. Got to throw a strike or else Traverse City will get 1 run back. And Garcia took an extra little half second there to make sure that was ball 4, and it is. So Traverse City gets a run. It's 9-3. They still trail by 6, but with the bases loaded, they have the opportunity to get back into this game and cut the deficit. Top of the order is on deck. The batter, Alec Atkinson, he's already hit into a double play, 6-4-3 in the 2nd inning. He loves going after the first pitch, and he goes after it here and fouls it straight back. Atkinson 0 for 2. That double play in the 2nd, then he lined out sharply to the left fielder. And the 0-1 to Atkinson is popped up and might be in play for the catcher. And it's just out of play off of the top of the Kenosha dugout. But now 2-strike count. Atkinson's going to have to protect the plate. Oh and 2 to Atkinson. Dahman trying to get out of a huge jam, the 0-2 pitch. And it's well outside in the other batter's box. Easy take. Ball and 2 strikes to the utility player from Yale. 1-2. The pitch. Atkinson will spoil an outside fastball. Pretty good pitch. Foul it straight back. Even if Traverse City can get 2 more runs in this inning, make it a 3-run game, be big for the later innings. Another 1-2. And Atkinson chases strike 3. Once again, hitters just sitting fastball, not adjusting whatsoever to breaking balls, and Atkinson goes down on strikes for the second out. 2 unproductive outs in this inning with the bases loaded. A pop-up to the catcher and then a strikeout. And Dahman can end the inning with just 1 run across. Top of the order, Christian Beal, the hitter. He's 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Would be a huge spot for a third hit. Lined out to the left fielder his last time up. Takes a first pitch ball outside. Jake Smallwood on deck. Homered his last at-bat. Be big if Beal can get on and give him an at-bat here with runners on base. His solo home run in the 5th came after 2 outs to start the inning. But it could be a big spot if he can bat with runners on base with the chance to really dig into this lead. 2-0 count to Beal. Might get a good pitch to hit here. Took it a little high, and it counts 3-0. I'd suspect Beal to just take this one all the way and try to work another walk, make it a 5-run game, put the tying run in the on-deck circle. 3-0 to Beal. He is taken all the way. Dahman does throw him a strike. Now it's 3-1. Three balls and a strike to Christian Beal with the bases loaded. And he misses high. Traverse City's going to get another run in. They haven't even really put a ball in play. I mean, Hunter Tabb is the only batter that has made contact with the ball, but he popped up in foul territory, so it doesn't really count, I would say. But they've scored 2 runs on 5 walks. And Jake Smallwood, the hitter, he hit a solo home run to right field his last time up. Now batting with runners on base. He has been one of the best bats lately for the Pittsbitters, and he has a huge spot here. Bases loaded, 2 away. Takes a first pitch fastball for a strike from Dahman. Dahman came in, got Hunter Tabb to pop up. Then he walked Garcia, struck out Atkinson, and then walked Beal. Leaves the bases loaded still. 5-run ball game, 2 away here in the 6th. Misses one way outside, tried to throw a breaking ball. Didn't have the release point on it. So it's 1-1. Smallwood's got 2 home runs this season. 1 at home, 1 here tonight. Be a big time to hit his 3rd. Broken bat to the second baseman. And Boyd will go to second, end the inning. Traverse City leaves them loaded. They do score 2, but left a lot of runs out there as they still trail by 5. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th inning here on Pittsbitter Radio. Welcome back to Pitts Bitters Radio. Bottom of the sixth. Traverse City was making it interesting in the top half. They didn't record a single hit, but with 5 walks, they scored 2 runs. Left them loaded, though, in what could have been a huge inning to try and cut into what was a 7-run lead, now 5 runs. They left them loaded, so we're here in the bottom half of the inning. A new pitcher for Traverse City. The 4th arm is Jake Buxton. Buxton making his season debut here. Falls behind in the count. 2-1 to first batter. He'll face Ian Collier. 7, 8, 9, bottom of the order for the right-hander. Two one from Buxton. Breaking ball hit to right. Colin Summerhill back will make the catch. And that is out number 1. Parker Stinson is in here for his first at-bat. He was a defensive sub earlier in the game. Takes over for Mangano, who had reached base in 2 of his 3 plate appearances, both walks. Hits one on a line sharply to left, and running and diving and making the catches, Tool out in left field. A human highlight reel out there for the second out. Two away here in the 6th inning. Fly out by Collier. Stinson lines out to left. Nine-hole hitter Ben Lloyd, the second baseman from Iowa, is 0 for 3. And he's the one that was robbed by Tool out and left. With the bases loaded in the 4th inning, 2 outs, he connected on a deep fly ball. And Marshall Tool made a running catch and fell over the wall and left, but held on for the final out, saving a grand slam. Because of that, Lloyd hasn't reached base, the only Kingfish not to do so. Buxton misses away. 3 balls, no strikes. Jake Buxton, a sophomore from California, Polytechnic State. It's the outside corner on 3-0. So he won't lose him, but has to continue bringing in strikes. Three-one. Ripped foul on the left side. And now the count to 3 balls, 2 strikes. It goes full with 2 away. Full count and 2 away. Here in the 6th. Buxton deals. And just misses a little low. And reaching for the first time is Lloyd. Now every single Kingfish has reached base safely at least one time. 2-out walk to Lloyd brings in the top of the order. The batter, Drake Vernado. Vernado is 1 for 3. Well, 1-2 Vernado. Misses outside, 1-1. Ball and a strike. 2 outs. Buxton deals. Runner goes. Throw down by Smallwood is on the money, but a little late as Lloyd reaches to second on the stolen bag. Is in scoring position now. So Vernado can get a base hit and get 1 run back. Two one from Buxton. And he's going to miss outside with a fastball, so it's 3 balls and a strike to Vernado, the shortstop from Arizona State. Three balls and a strike, pitch from Buxton. And on the outside corner, now they count full. With 2 outs, runner on second. Buxton deals and misses low again to back-to-back hitters on a full count. Buxton misses below the knees. 2 2-out walks for Kenosha here in the inning. First and second with 2 away for James McCoy. Little flare to shallow left. Coming in is Toole, and another diving catch out there. 3 amazing plays by Toole. That one ends the inning, saves a couple more runs. A defensive stud tonight for Traverse City. Keeps it at 9-4 as we go to the 7th here on the Northwoods League, or here on Pittsburgh Radio. Welcome back, Pittsburgh Radio. Top of the 7th, 9-4 game. Down to the final 3 innings here. Pittsburgh's loaded the bases last inning. Got 2 runs across. Colin Summerhill, the right fielder, up at the plate. Summerhill is 1 for 3. One the count to Summerhill. Two one to Colin, and he's a little ahead of that one. Fouls it off, and the count will even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch, and a breaking ball way out in front is Summerhill on strike 3. Second time that Colin has waved out in front of a breaking ball. There's the first out here in the inning. Jared Miller up at the plate now. Third baseman is 0 for 2. An RBI, a walk, and a run scored. Pitch is off the plate. Ball and a strike. Drew Pfeiffer, the arm for Kenosha. Miller to short. High hop snagged by the shortstop Vernado, and throw is in time to get Miller for out number 2. Two away, no one on for Camden Traficante, the shortstop. Draft is 1 for 2. He has struck out, singled, and walked. Big swing and a foul ball. 1 ball and a strike. Pittsburghers do have an arm in the bullpen. We'll see if Josh Rebant wants to turn to him in the 8th inning or keep Buxton in. Got a doubleheader tomorrow here in Kenosha, then a 4th game of the series on Thursday, then 2 more games on the road, so you don't really want to burn the bullpen. You want to save pitchers for tomorrow. See what Rebant's strategy is. Draft to second. Play made by Lloyd. His throw in time. A 1-2-3 inning for Pfeiffer. And we'll go to the bottom of the 7th inning stretch. Pittsburghers down 9-4. And they're down to their final 6 outs here in this one. Take a break. Be back on Pittsburgh Radio. Welcome back to Pit Spitters Radio. Bottom of the 7th inning. The Pit Spitters trail 9-4. They're down to their final 6 outs. Fifth pitcher of the game for Traverse City. The righty from Davenport, Carson Fisher, on the mound. Thought there was a chance he would pitch some significant innings in the doubleheader tomorrow, but it looks like with his relief appearance here, that might not be an option unless he really limits his pitches. Then he can be helpful out of the bullpen tomorrow. There's been 3 relievers used before Fisher: Ryan Insko, Kelly McWilliams, and Jake Buxton. McWilliams and Buxton just pitched 1 inning, so nothing too serious. Insko went an inning and 2/3 and threw almost 40 pitches, so he might not be eligible tomorrow. Two and one the count to Kevin Bushnell, the DH. He struck out twice, has reached on an error and hit by a pitch. No hits, but he's been on base a couple times. Bushnell tried to check his swing and went around. The count 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ten hits in the game for the Kingfish. 9 runs. And they've been helped out by 7 free passes. Pardon me, 9 free passes by Traverse City. Three-two full count to leadoff man Bushnell. Carson Fisher deals, and he's going to miss low. And that is 10 walks issued by Traverse City pitching tonight. Kenosha has walked as much as they've hit. 10 hits, 10 walks. And the leadoff man aboard to start the 7th. Now Jacob Tobias in. Tobias entered the game 129 his average. He had just 3 hits coming into the game, all in 3 different games. And he erupted for 3 hits already, a home run, a pair of singles. He's got 3 RBIs, has scored 3 times. A player of the night type of stat line, and he's looking for another hit here, trying for a 4-hit night. Fisher misses away, 1-1. Carson Fisher deals 1-1. Tobias checked the swing on a ball in the dirt, went around. 1-2 now. Fisher started his season opening day, got the save in extra innings, locked down a 1-run lead against Battle Creek, got 2 strikeouts to finish the game, strained the tying run at third, winning run at second. Then he made a start against Rockford, went 4 2/3, gave up 9 hits, 7 runs, and then was put back into the bullpen. Hit to first, snagged by Tab, steps on the bag for 1, throw to second, and there's a double play. A heads-up play by Hunter Tab to step on the bag for the first out, and then made a strong, accurate throw to second and had Bushnell out there by a long way. Tag had to be applied by Traficante, which it was. A 3-6 double play. 2 outs here in the 7th. And the batter, Taylor Darden, with no one on base. First pitch to Darden here. is in for a strike. Darden is 2 for 4 in the game with a single in his first at-bat and then a single in his most recent at-bat. He also has a strikeout mixed in there. Popped up on the infield, should end the inning. Alec Atkinson, the second baseman, will get under it. He will make the catch just about a foot back off the infield. And Fisher, a 1-2-3 inning. We go to the 8th now. 6 outs left for Traverse City, down 5 on Pittsburgh's radio. Welcome back to Pittsburgh's radio, top of the 8th inning here in Kenosha. Traverse City, after loading the bases, scoring 2 runs in the 6th, went down in order in the 7th, and they're down to their final 6 outs as they try to make something happen. They've got the bottom of their order up here. Drew Pfeiffer, who pitched a 1-2-3 7th, on for the 8th. Deals a first pitch ball outside to Marshall Toole. Toole has been getting it done all night long. He's been on base all 3 times. He's made 3 fantastic catches in the field. In the 6th inning, well, that one is ripped over the third baseman's head into left field for a single. And Toole, hustling all the way, dives in and is safe with a leadoff double just ahead of the tag. He is doing everything tonight. He's got 2 hits. He's reached on a walk, reached on an error. He, in the 6th inning, made a diving catch for out number 2. And then with 2 runners in scoring position, made another diving catch to end the inning and saved 2 runs. His best play of the game came in the 4th inning. He fell over the wall out in left field, making a running catch, saving a grand slam. A base hit here for Tab into left, Toole into third, and the Pittsburghers, down by 5, are trying to make noise here in the 8th inning. Back-to-back base hits. That is the 4th time tonight that the Pittsburghers have put on the first 2 batters of an inning, but of those previous 3, they only scored a run in 1. They've struggled with their opportunities. They've left 7 runners on base so far. They've hit into 2 double plays to erase even more base runners. Up here, Ariel Garcia, the freshman from Miami, who's looking for his first hit of the season. He's 0 for 2, though he did walk home a run in the 6th with the bases loaded. but he's looking for hit number 1. Runner takes off. Garcia through the left side. It's an RBI base hit for Ariel Garcia. His first hit of the season. It's 5-9 Traverse City. The Pittsburghers with 3 consecutive hits to open up the 8th, and they're in business. If they can get one more runner on base, then they're going to have the tying run up at the plate. The hitter, Alec Atkinson, bottom of the order, getting it done. Tool, Tab, Garcia, 3 straight hits. Now it's Atkinson's turn. First pitch to Atkinson is up and away for a ball. Atkinson 0 for 3. He grounded into a double play in the 2nd. Lined out sharply to left field in the 5th. Struck out in the 6th. Takes a high fastball. It's 2-0. Christian Beal in the on-deck circle has reached 3 times. He's 2 for 3 with a walk, an RBI run scored. So Traverse City not out of this one yet. 2-0 here to Alec. And he takes a big hack at it, fouls it out of play. 2-1 now, still a fastball count. That one was a fastball. Two and one to Atkinson from Pfeiffer. Deals. Atkinson to deep left field. Back at the wall, and that ball is it a home run or is it a ground rule double? It looks like they're ruling that a ground rule double, but everyone on Traverse City says that ball's over the fence for a home run. If that's the case, then Garcia will be at 3rd, Atkinson at 2nd. The ruling is a double, but I thought that ball was gone. There's going to be a warning on Traverse City's side. If that ball leaves the park, it's a 1-run game with nobody out in the 8th. The umpires are going to convene. They're going to get together and talk about it. Todd Reed was instantly out of the dugout. And they're going to stick with a double. I'm going to pull up the stream right now and take a look at the replay of this. It's really tough to tell. It is an RBI double at least for Atkinson. He's on second base. Nobody out. Tying run is at the plate. Christian Beal, the hitter. First pitch inside, almost hit Beal, would have loaded the bases. The score 9-6. It's a 3-run game. Runners on 3rd and 2nd. No outs. 4 straight hits to start the 8th inning. Tying run is at the plate. Beal looking for another hit. He's got 2 already. Big swing and a miss to even the count at 1-1. Beal singled in his first 2 at-bats. Then he hit a hard line drive to left field, and then he walked. Ground ball could bring in a run for sure. Beal to center, dropping shallow, and the catch is made out there in center field by Stinson. Throw coming home, and in there safely on the sac fly is Garcia. The lead is now down to 2. And I'm surprised that Atkinson didn't read the play. That might be a big base running mistake by Atkinson not to get to 3rd. If he would have read that throw in, then it would just take a sac fly from Smallwood to cut the lead to 1, but instead Atkinson is at 2nd with 1 out. But a great hitter at the plate, Jake Smallwood, already has a home run in the game. He's one of 3 Pittsburghers hitters on the season with a home run, the only one with 2. He has been one of the best hitters lately for Traverse City. Smallwood's recent games, he's 1 for 4 in a win on June 11th, 2 for 2 with an RBI against Kokomo on the 10th, 3 for 4 against Kalamazoo on the 9th with an RBI, 3 RBIs a couple games before that. I mean, he's been a great hitter as of late. He took off both games in the Rockford series, entered the lineup again today with a home run to make his presence felt, and he represents the tying run with 1 out here in the 8th inning. First pitch in this at-bat, he will take for a ball inside. A first pitch breaking ball by Pfeiffer. Kenosha just had a mound visit. They do have their closer in the pen. Might be called on in this inning to get a multiple out save. 1-0 to Smallwood. Big swing, fouls it off of his foot. Got the pitch to hit. I think he was just a little early, maybe a little too antsy out there. That play by Atkinson, the hit to left center field, being ruled a double right now is playing huge, as if Traverse City's not able to cash in and score him from second, they'll go out of this inning down 2 instead of down 1. And again, on the sac fly from Beal that scored Garcia, Atkinson should have taken third and then been 90 feet away to score. Instead, he's got to move 2 bases. 1-1 here to Smallwood. Got a breaking ball. A good 1-1 pitch from Pfeiffer. Smallwood seemed to be waiting fastball. And now behind 1-2. Pittsburghers trying to claw back. Tying run at the plate. 1-2 pitch. 1 out. Pfeiffer deals. Another breaking ball. Just off the outside corner. Very close pitch to take if you're Jake Smallwood. The count evens at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Good hitter on deck in Colin Summerhill. Big 2-2 here from Drew Pfeiffer. Here's the pitch. And Smallwood late on the fastball and sends it foul down the third base line. A late swing on the fastball that was in the zone. No idea what Pfeiffer's throwing on 2-2 here. He went back-to-back sliders and then the fastball. Another 2-2 to Smallwood. Breaking ball hit up the middle. Off the glove of the second baseman. Atkinson's going to hold up at third. And just like that, the tying run is on base here in the 8th inning for Traverse City. Fantastic hitting by Smallwood. Another breaking ball, and he was stuck back and sent it up the middle. And that, again, is why it would have been huge if Atkinson took third base on the sac fly. He would have just scored. Instead, a potential double play could end the inning. New pitchers coming in for Kenosha. They're going to go to their closer trying to get a 5-out save. We'll return in a second. Tying run on base here in the 8th on Pittsburghers Radio. Welcome back, Pittsburghers Radio. Top of the 8th inning. Kenosha puts in their closer, Grayson Thurman, for his 7th appearance this year. All of his appearances have been only 1 inning. They're asking him to get 5 outs instead of 3. On the year, he has 4 saves and 4 opportunities. He's only allowed 2 hits and 4 walks in 24 batters faced, 6 total innings, 11 strikeouts. Colin Summerhill, you just have to avoid the double play. First pitch swinging, he's late on a fastball, sends it out of play. Alec Atkinson's on third, and Jake Smallwood's at first. 5 hits for the Pittsburghers in this inning. They were down 5, now they're down 2. Tying run is at first, 1 away. Summerhill takes a fastball right down the middle. Has to protect the plate. Cannot take a strikeout here. 0-2 from Grayson Thurman. And Summerhill just watches strike 3 right down the middle. He goes down for the 3rd time tonight. There's the hat trick. Another strikeout in a big spot with runners in scoring position. And now down to the final out here in the 8th. Jared Miller up at the plate. He swings at the first pitch and chases it for a strike. Grayson Thurman posted a .67 ERA at Lynchburg in 7 appearances. He had 3 saves and 13 innings pitched. Base hit would make it a 1-run game. Ball in the gap could tie it. Pitch to Miller's low. Ball and a strike. Miller hitless in the game, has reached once on a walk and then scored. That one a little high. 2 balls and a strike. Atkinson still sitting over at third base. Jake Smallwood, his single has him at first as the tying run here in the 8th inning. 2-1 pitch here from Thurman. And misses inside, so Jared Miller is in control of this at-bat at 3 balls and a strike. He will definitely take a walk, but will be looking for a fastball and hit it hard somewhere. 3-1 pitch here from Thurman. And Miller fouls it away. Got a great pitch to hit. He got the fastball, and a fastball count was late on him. Surprised he wasn't just sitting heater. And now a full count. Thurman can end the inning with a strikeout, or just inning out in general. 2 away. Smallwood will go from first, so a base hit could tie the game. Big spot here. Thurman went with the breaking ball to strike out Colin Summerhill. Full count pitch to Miller. Hits it to first, fielded by the first baseman, and just out at first is Miller. Tried to beat the play but couldn't, and that will end the inning. Pittsburghers had a runner on third with only 1 out, and once again just failed to bring him in. So they'll head to the bottom of the 8th, down 2, 7-9 on Pittsburgh Radio. Welcome back to Pitts Bitters Radio. Bottom of the 8th inning. It is a 2-run game. Traverse City scored 3 in the 8th, but they left 2 runs on, including the tying run. So they will head to the 9th, down at least 2. Carson Fisher on for a second inning will try to keep it at 2, give his team the best possible chance to finish the comeback. They've scored 5 straight, 2 in the 6th and then 3 in the 8th inning. Kingfish offense has been held off the board. They had the 1st, 3rd, 4th, and 5th innings. All big innings. They put up multiple runs, 2 runs apiece in the 1st, 4th, and 5th, and 3 runs in the 3rd. They sent 8 batters to the plate in 3 innings. That's been the difference in this one. Also in the top half of the inning, Alec Atkinson thought he had a home run. It was ruled a double. Would have made it a 1-run game. Instead, Atkinson was at second base with nobody out. Didn't move up on a sacrifice fly that scored a runner. The throw came all the way home, but Atkinson stayed at second. That would have proved big, as he was left stranded to end the inning. Jake Smallwood singled after the sac fly. Would have scored him. Instead, he moved up from second to third and was left stranded on a strikeout and then a ground out. So some big plays in the 8th involving Alec Atkinson that kept this at a 2-run game instead of a 1-run game. Would have been much more manageable if it was just 1 run. Now the Pitts Bitters will have to rally in the 9th. Ian Collier, the batter, the catcher. 1 for 2, singled, and has walked twice. Drake Wescott led off. He just lined out to Jared Miller at third. Now Collier ends with 2 strikes. Traverse City has played pretty well the last few innings after getting off to a rocky start. And they're doing a lot of work at the plate to try to climb back into this game, but it might be too little too late. They might have dug themselves in too deep a hole to climb out of against a reliever who has not given up a run this season. 1-2, Fisher deals. Little check swing. Peel down, Collier did not go around, so the count to 2-2. Fisher gets the sign from Jake Smallwood. And the 2-2 pitch. Outside corner, perfect spot, strike 3 looking. 2 away here in the 8th. So no one on, 2 away for Parker Stinson. The center fielder lined out to Marshall Toole, made a diving catch in the 6th inning. First pitch strike on the inside corner. Pitts Bitters will have the middle of their lineup. Traficante, Toole, and Tab. Then Garcia and Atkinson should we get there. 0-1, Fisher deals. Big swing and a miss by Stinson. Down in the count, 0-2. Fisher trying for a 1-2-3 8th. Send it to the 9th. The Pitts Bitters will try to make the comeback. Fisher on the 0-2 count. He's set. He deals. Misses low. Blocked by Smallwood. Pittsburghers are going to be looking back at a couple of their innings, the way this one is looking right now, and realize they should have a few more runs on the board. 1-2. Liner to short. Draft Fields. And just took his time on the ground ball and reaching safely at first is Stinson. Or pardon, that's not Travis Garcia. Trevor Conte played every game at short this season, but is DHing tonight. Garcia in his first started short. He was just taking his time on that ground ball. Didn't realize Stinson was hustling all the way down the line. And the inning will continue for Ben Lloyd, the 9-hole hitter, the second baseman from Iowa, who was 0 for 3. He walked in his last at-bat, made him the final Kingfish to reach base safely. Everyone in the lineup has been on base at least once. Gets down the bunt for hit, and Fisher had trouble making the play. It's a successful bunt single for Ben Lloyd, and Kenosha with 2 outs in the 8th trying to pad their lead and make it easier for their closer in the 9th. Top of the order is up now for Kenosha. Drake Vernado. Vernado is 1 for 3. A single back in the first is only hit, but he's walked twice, once in the second, once in the 6th inning. Strikeout in the 3rd, ground out in the 5th. That's his stat line for the game. And 1 run scored on his single in the first. Came around to score the first run of the game. So the Pittsburghers scored 3 runs in the top of the 8th inning to cut the lead. The Kingfish have 2 on base with 2 outs. They're threatening here. A base hit could give Kenosha a 3-run lead. Ball in the gap would be a 4-run lead, and a ball over the fence would be back to a 5-run lead. Carson Fisher got to get out of the jam. That was brought on by a 2-out hustle single by Parker Stinson on a routine grounder to short. Fisher gets the sign. First pitch coming to Drake Vernado. Takes on the outside corner. Fastball, strike 1. Fisher trying to get this game to the 9th inning, down by 2. Give his team a chance for the comeback. 0-1 to Vernado. The pitch misses a little outside. Try to go back to the outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kenosha shortstop trying to come through. Help out his closer, Grayson Thurman, with some extra run support. And that one is spiked in the dirt. Kicks far away towards the dugout. Runners up 90 feet, now a base hit. Would make it a 4-run game. Two balls and a strike to Drake Vernado. The 2-1 from Carson Fisher on the outside corner for the second strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fisher a strike away from ending the inning, stranding a pair, sending this to the ninth. Pitch. Check swing, called strike 3. Fisher strains a pair. We go to the ninth. Traverse City down by 2, 9-7. Trying to complete the comeback when we return here on Pit Spitters Radio. Welcome back to Pit Spitters Radio. 9-7 here in the ninth inning. Traverse City trails by 2. They're going to need to put together a couple good at-bats just like they did in the 8th. Starting with Camden Traficante. Trav chases one in the dirt. Down in the count, 0-2. 0-2 coming from Grayson Thurman. Misses low. Blocked by Collier. Couple defensive switches for Kenosha. Antonio Brown takes over for James McCoy in right field. Josh Leslie at third base. Takes over for Jacob Tobias. 1-2 fastball misses. Now 2 balls, 2 strikes to Traficante. On deck, Marshall Toole. That's where the 8th inning started. He started a string of 4 consecutive hits. There would be 5 total in the 8th inning as they scored 3 runs. Trying to reach Traff, 2-2. Now a full count. I would expect a strike here. Thurman is not very wild. He has only walked 4 batters of the 24 he's faced. He struck out 12 batters. Full count pitch, and he takes low, a leadoff walk. So the Pit Spitters are going to have the tying run bat here in the 9th inning. They trail by 2. Marshall Toole, the batter, he's done it all in this one. He's 2 for 3 with a double and a single. He's also walked. He's made 3 fantastic defensive gems in the field. And he's getting called upon here. A big spot, looking for a potential 3rd hit of the night. If he reaches, he has a lot of speed. That'd be big. Represent the tying run. Took a first pitch strike. Now a breaking ball, he slaps foul out of play. tried to sit on the breaking ball, but was a little late on it. Now has to protect 0-2. He shot one down the left field side for a hustle double to lead off the 8th. Doesn't need a double here, just trying to reach. 0-2. Breaking ball, a little high. Toole able to lay off as that one was dropping towards the zone. Now 1-2. Thurman still well ahead. Pitch to Toole. Misses way out with a fastball, and now 2 balls, 2 strikes. It's worth noting Brendan Summerhill, a left-handed batter, has just grabbed a bat and a helmet. Not sure if he would be pinch running or potentially pinch hitting for someone, but it's something worth noting. 2-2 now to Toole. Draft off of first. Breaking ball, hit in the air, but right at the shortstop, and Vernado will put it away for the first out. Toole just got a little bit underneath that and wasn't able to get that one over the shortstop. Put a pretty good swing on it, and if he was able to get some barrel on it, could have got a single into left center, but a routine pop out. Now Hunter Tabb at the plate, watches a first pitch breaking ball, strike 1. Tabb has 2 hits. He singled right after Toole, a little blooper into left, little soft hit line drive. Checks the swing on a ball in the dirt, didn't mean to go around, but he did. It gets away from the catcher Collier, and Traficante goes down to second. That's big, as at least now a ground ball won't end the game on a double play, but Tabb has to protect. 0-2. And he goes down swinging. Traverse City is down to their final out. The batter, Ariel Garcia, the shortstop from Miami. Last chance for Traverse City. He got his first hit of the season. His last at-bat, a single just past the third baseman in the 8th. He scored the third and final run in that 8th for the Pittsburghers. He steps in as a .306 hitter in Miami in 62 at-bats. Did hit 5 home runs, .937 OPS. He's got the power to do it if he gets a pitch to hit. Got a fastball in the outside corner. Good spot by Thurman. Gets ahead. Ball and a strike to Garcia. Doesn't need a long ball. Just reach base. Get on as the tying run. Try to keep this line moving. Here's the 1-1. Thurman misses low with a fastball. 2 balls and a strike. Garcia's 1 for 3. He walked in the 6th, singled in the 8th. Popped out and struck out his first 2 at-bats. 2-1. Checked the swing on a high fastball, and the count is 3 balls and a strike. I'm sitting fastball all the way here if you're Garcia. Thurman doesn't want to walk the tying run on base, so I would just be expecting a fastball, sit on it, and try to just put it in play. And he misses outside. Garcia is going to work a walk. He is down to first as the tying run, but with 2 outs, it's going to take either a ball in a gap somewhere, or it's going to take a couple of hits here. Atkinson was inches away from a home run in his last at-bat. It was ruled a ground rule double in left center. It's really tough to tell by when you looked at the replay. It was really close. Couldn't tell if it went over or if it hit off the wall and then the player went over. It was a tough call, but he just missed a home run either way. And because it wasn't a home run, it's a 2-run game instead of a 1-run game. Brendan Summerhill is pinch running. He's at first. First pitch to Atkinson, misses. The longest appearance this summer for Grayson Thurman. Most batters that he's faced this season so far, 6. This is 7. Ball and a strike to Alec Atkinson. 1-1 from Thurman. Deals. Atkinson, a foul tip into the glove. Traverse City down to their final strike. This is where Thurman likely won't throw the fastball. He'll probably see a breaking ball here. Alec just missed the fastball, so I wouldn't come back with it. He'll probably get the curve. We will see. Got to protect the plate. 2 outs. Tyne run is on second. Or Tyne run's on first. And the 1-2 from Grayson Thurman. Breaking ball. Chop to Thurman. He will make the play to first. And the Kingfish are going to escape with a 9-7 victory. The Pittsbitters gave it their all. They trailed 9-2. And they tried everything. They scored 2 runs in the 6th, 3 in the 8th. They scored 5 straight. Problem is they left the bases loaded in the 6th inning. They left 2 runners on in the 8th inning, especially a runner at third base with 1 out. They did the same thing in the 6th with the bases loaded. They only had 1 out, and they only brought in 2 runs. They could have brought in more. That right there, the difference in this one. Aaron Forrest is going to get the loss, his first of the season. He didn't make it out of the 3rd in a rough performance. Got touched up by the Kingfish hitters. Kenosha in the ball game. They put together 12 hits, 9 runs, but where Traverse City really messed up, they walked 11 batters. And with those kind of numbers, that's the result you're going to get. Traverse City fared pretty well. They had 12 hits as well and 7 walks, but Kenosha just capitalized better on their opportunities. So 9-7 final. The winning streak ends for Traverse City. They drop to 8-7 in the standings. Kenosha rises to 8-7 in the standings. Tomorrow they have a doubleheader at 12:35 and 7:35 Central Time. So do the conversion to Eastern Standard Time, and that is when we'll play some baseball. Undetermined who the starters will be tomorrow. Because of the doubleheader, they'll switch some things around, but we'll follow the Twitter at TC Pittsbitters for information on that. And until then,